with our fairly clear objectives to improve operational practices in growing the recycling industry throughout Australia. Our integration is based on track record over many, many years of managing and facilitating recycling. To position the recycling facilities, whether they be depots or MRFs or councils or whoever, to maximise productivity and, most importantly, to meet regulatory demand, because within the infrastructure of new regulation in New South Wales and Queensland, of course, there will be strong regulatory requirement and rigour that underpins that, and to provide a comprehensive suite of services also underpinning the facility operators. Our partners are SAGE, University South Australia, Macworld and Masterplan, so we have a fairly formidable group of people working with us. I think most of you are across the regulatory framework, and we're not here to talk about that. But we are here to talk about the structure of the New South Wales system, because clearly we have, with our technology, an opportunity to work with the 4 layers that are identified within this matrix. One is the network operators, whoever they might be. One will be to work with councils and MRFs, because there is backup for that type of facility. Certainly the depots or collection points. And what is not clearly shown here, it embraces the community. It is very much about responding to the community need, who will participate and pick up in container deposit legislation or systems across the board. Our CDSA technology is about high volume, count and sorting, and that will count PET, PB, glass, aluminium and sort. It is accurate in-time data collection. It is data transfer and storage, cloud storage. It is secure and auditable in terms of product management, so whether you're working with partners or other industry sectors, we will be able to provide a full service within the system of data transfer and storage. And again, customer-customer coordination, so right at the coalface level, where you might have the community member coming into the depot, they are engaged from the first entry point. So all levels, depot, facilities, community, MRFs, council, are again covered. So we're virtually moving from some recycling that has been going on over the years, that the very basics, where it's just thrown together and collected, to, in more recent years, some separation to baling systems, and certainly in remote and rural and regional areas there's always an issue about separating, counting and transport, to what is a best practice and technology utilisation. Now this design is modular, so what we're showing you here today is a prototype, and it has a lot of options, but essentially it allows the community person to come in, tip in their mixed product, and that product is on a series of conveyor belts. It is then through the sensor system and imagery system and identified, sorted out, and then at the other end, of course, it is entered into the appropriate cage, or it might be that someone has a baling machine there. There are other options that can be worked into this modular system. It is a drop-in modular system and a plug-in system, so it's virtually ready to go at the time that it is received, and part of our corporate approach is that we can offer assistance in depot design and the footprint that might be required, because of course you've got issues such as traffic flow, council approvals and all those sorts of things that might go with a depot facility. As I've mentioned, highly secure auditing, recycling facility productivity, cloud data storage and transfer, multi-sensor vision and accurate separation, automated count and sorting, crush squash labels missing. This is not technology that is focusing on barcode. So it doesn't need the perfect form of a container deposit to go through the system. It can pick up crushed or damaged product, and it will identify those products and separate accordingly. It is Australian designed and manufactured, so we've started from scratch. We've been working on this for some considerable time. We have a prototype up and running in Adelaide, working real time, and we're continually improving that. And with our booth just outside, you're more than welcome to come along and register, because we will be running demonstrations in Adelaide in the very near future. Now, we haven't only looked at the big end of town. We've also produced what we call the Magic Box, which is a very simple, transportable, almost a portable unit that can be shipped around wherever you like at the community level, allowing for engagement within community, schools, scouts, all those sorts of organisations, and small council areas that might be seeking to engage with the community and have something that is fairly basic, but very, very smart. Sorry. So this unit in size is approximately 3.5 metres long, 1.5 metres deep, and about 1.5 metres high. You'll note that its capacity is about 5,000 units. It's got automated count system. It registers the product by inside the sensors, inside the box, and they go into a cage that is a cage that can be wheeled in or out. So ultimately your product is a glass separated out, and then all the others in one box, and then that could be taken down the other end where you might have a much bigger unit. It is low impact, it is plug-in, it provides a receipt for the customer with a breakdown of what their purchase might be. Cash on hand, because it has an operator with it, very transportable. It can be for purposes operated through battery, or it could be solar panel. So a very quick video. It's the latest of our technologies that we're putting together, and again, that will be on display in Adelaide with our invitation to you if you are interested, and we will be circulating throughout New South Wales in coming weeks and months to talk with all those people that have expressed interest, which has been very significant through this conference period. So that's a brief introduction to our technology and company. We'd welcome the opportunity to talk with you, and if there are any questions, we'd be happy to take those if you have those questions.
Arthur Siakis from Endeavour Recycling. We're not in New South Wales, but the program's coming to Queensland, so I guess if you're interested in those people as well, registering with you for the demo.
Well, we are already talking with the Queensland government and department about where the opportunities are. We would see that even if the system through the regulatory approach is different than New South Wales, we're not so much concerned about that as the availability of the technology and where that technology might be utilised, and importantly, reach the community and support the stakeholders that are at the coalface, the facilities, the depots, and the recyclers. So we'll be able to work, whether it's here or Queensland or Western Australia ultimately in the future, because we also back up as an organisation, as a company, a full service provision, not just the simply dropping in the machine and walking away from it. Because of its sensor and imagery technology, it will no doubt require some upgrades along the way. Products don't always stay the same. And of course, as some of the teething problems are sorted out with the introduction of all these new systems, we may indeed have to make some subtle changes to our technology as well. So we don't see that there's any issues cross-border, and that's the sort of thing that will work with stakeholders and respective agencies as we progress. So our booth is just outside. Some of the troops are still here. Even though it's late in the conference, we'd welcome the opportunity to have further discussions with you.